What are you creeping around here for? Feed the cat! Don't tell me you're done already. No. That's what I thought. I am slowly losing the will to keep constantly having to remind you children of what good values are. Take a look at the embroideries on the wall. They depict all of the important virtues. Superiority, strength, and self-control. I'm quite aware that self-control is missing. Do you think I'm blind? Now leave. I have to drink a calming tea. If you pass the classroom, remind Birgit to hurry up with her embroidering. If the self-control motif isn't finished today, I will really blow my top.
Something was missing here, and even if it wasn't Lily's fault this time, she felt guilty anyway, just as a prevention.
What was that? You impertinent little slug! I can't stand it when people gossip about me behind my back! The youth of today is becoming ever more insolent! No wonder, with all the violence and foul language in the media! If I could, I'd twist your heads off one by one! Where are my canning jars? I need something to calm my fingers! Otherwise something terrible might happen here! Before you ask for more food again, it's been hours since I held a canning jar in my hand. My hands always get a bit nervous at times like this. They break everything they touch. Children's legs, children's arms. I just can't control them. Now I understand. You came to complain about the food, right? Well, then I have bad news for you. Children only get food from canning jars, and that's that! My hands are trained to twist the lids off! I haven't been wringing the necks of caged chickens for 20 years for nothing! Plus, I've got a court order that says I gotta open 10 jars a day! You can thank my idiotic lawyer for that! Anything else? Do I have to explain it to you with puppets? Mealtime ended long ago! The only thing that I'm still cooking today is food for Mother Superior's cat! And the food for Mother Superior herself! Or I should say I would. But my knife disappeared. And on top of that, the stove in the cellar has gone out. So I couldn't cook anything anyway. However, the most important thing is that Mother Superior still wanted to send a recipe to me. You don't happen to have it on you, do you? No recipe? Yeah, then there's no reason for you to be here! Forget the recipe! As long as the stove in the cellar is out, I won't be cooking anything anyway! Don't bother! I won't be able to cook without my knife anyway! When I get my hands on the child that stole my knife, they'll be amazed with all the things a knife can do! What's the matter? Why are you staring at me like that? What are you even doing here between meal times? I know what I'm doing here! A jail sentence commuted to 10 years community service on probation, thanks to diminished responsibility, blah 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 blah. Do you really want to hear this? Yeah, Mother Superior didn't want to hear it either. And as long as she doesn't ask about it directly...
week was complete.
What? Huh? I'm so. You have my ear.
The good old confession. Lily had been
Please stay off the slabs, okay? You're injured.
Lily knew she wasn't food, and when is Lily knew she wasn't supposed to play with her food. Food was such a sore loser, and when it started acting up, Lily would get scared. Lily wasn't alone, but that did. At first glance, the board didn't look very exciting, but Lily was used to making do with little. While other children unwrapped their presents at Christmas, she could find happiness in a pine needle dropped from a Christmas tree. Lily knew she would food, and when
Lily, nice to see you. I hope Shawnee didn't upset you too much. He's an idiot. I think you're great, just as you are.
Lily's heart skipped a beat. This might have been the nicest thing anyone ever said to her.
Hey, don't touch it. That's my old Boy Scout equipment. Only certified Boy Scouts are allowed to touch it. Hey, don't touch it. That's my... I can tell you stories that'll make your ears ring. Some of them are about my old Boy Scout equipment, but only certified. So get your hands... Oh. Hey, that's my... No.
There were 3 empty pedestals on the shelf. That could mean something, or nothing at all. As long as no one forbade her, Lily would keep everything, even if she as long as no... even if...
Oh, a visitor. What a rare animal. The hawk. But I don't mean the remake. I mean the original with extra ketchup, please. How rude of me. I forgot to tell you, how it used to be. When the pyramids were built, I was the chief flogger on the north side. Yes, in my life I've unified. Unified Tibet, I said. Back then I served as a carpet beater under 3 different Dalai Lamas. For one of them, I was even there as a rebirth assistant in the maternity ward. It was very different from the year I was an interior decorator for the Mayas. Build a mythical sliding puzzle here, hide a few artifacts in dark alcoves over there. Oh yes, I was building secret crypts when you were still in the indie band Inquisition Overload. But it flopped, unfortunately. The time wasn't right for that kind of music. Plus, our drummer had the plague. I got old. So old that all I'm good for now is as an exhibition piece for history class. I'll get to that in a moment. First, I wanted to tell you, telling stories takes a lot of skill. That's why I worked for a while as an exhibition piece for history class in a convent school. I just had to tell stories about my adventures once a week. For example, how I used to excavate secret crypts with the Templars below the school chapel. Or about my time as a lighting assistant for the moon landing. What? I must have dropped off for a moment. But I was just going to tell you an exciting story from my past. Was it the story of how I tried to navigate to Cape Town and ended up discovering the Eurasian continent? Oh, I know. I wanted to tell you how I helped the Templar Knights build the convent chapel, right? I was particularly happy because I had eaten a banana. Or was I sad because all there was to eat was coconuts again? No, the coconuts were when the Trojan mayor gave me the key to the city for my heroic valor. Or was my heroic valor while building dikes in Atlantis? But I think I had an apple that day. Wasn't I a little more sleepy in Atlantis? And angry while building the chapel? Oh, what poppycock. I'm getting everything mixed up. Fortunately, I created a memory aid just for this anecdote, so that I'd remember the location of the secret crypts below the convent chapel. Uh-oh, someone tidied up the shelf. That's where the objects for my 3 E's should be. Emotion, engagement, and eating. Now I can't make a fool of myself. Now let's see. No fear. I haven't forgotten your earlier question. On the contrary, I'm known for remembering everything all the time. This is thanks to a little trick I learned from an old Chinese mason long ago. All I need is a memory aid, like objects that remind me of the 3 E's. The first E stands for emotion. It tells me whether I was sad, happy, or angry in that situation. The second E stands for engagement. It reminds me of whether I overcame the situation with strength, heroic courage, or sleepiness. The third E stands for eating. To remember, I have to know which fruit I ate that day. Vitamins are good for the For the... I know exactly what you're looking for. An instructive story about my time with the Templar Knights. Unfortunately, my memory aid is still missing a few important pieces. If I only knew what the 3 E's for this story were. But right now, all I can remember are a few vague associations. 4, to be precise. As everyone knows, each different food creates exactly one emotion and promotes one characteristic. For example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples because they always helped me be very strong. I could only do heroic deeds on days when I wasn't sad. On the other hand, if I was angry, I could never show great strength. Coconuts were always good at preventing sleepiness. On this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple nor angry about a banana. But I also wasn't sad about a banana or happy about a coconut. Did I tell you about my memory aid yet? I don't think so. All I need are 3 objects that remind me of that particular situation. Or more precisely, of the... Does that answer your... What's the matter, sweetheart? Did you forget your question? Here's a small tip. Just try to remember the 3 E's. The first E, it tells me whether I... The second, it reminds... The third, to remember. Oh, something to eat. It reminds me of a day when I ate something. But there were a lot of those, even if not recently. I need a little more help to remember the details. Just put those things on the shelf over there. That's where I built a memory aid. And ask me again once the memory aid is set up. What? Do we know each other?
Uh-huh.
What? Do we know each...
Uh-huh.
Wait. Wasn't I... Fortunately, I created... Now, we had just laid the stone slabs in the chapel when the Templar Knights returned from a secret meeting. Then they gave me a coconut. No, wait. That's not how it was. This story doesn't make any sense. Someone's been messing with my memory aid. Do we...
Uh-huh.
Wait. Fortunately, I created... Now, we had just laid the stone. We ate a banana together. No, wait. That's not how it was. This story doesn't make any sense. Someone... Do we... Fortunately, now we had just laid... Then they tossed an apple at me. No, wait. That's not how it was. This story does... Someone's been... Did I tell you about... I don't think all I need are 3 objects that or more precisely, of the 3, does that...
It was the old man. If Lily wanted him to help her, she had to find an emotion, an engagement. It was the old man's. If Lily wanted him to help her, an emotion.
Hey, that's...